Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and holy moly, it's 2019, it's January. I don't know where 2018 went, but today I am sharing some of my favorite things from the month of December. So I have, if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my list, I have some entertainment, beauty, clothing, food, and a priceless category. So without further ado, let's get started. So first is a movie that Ethan and I watched on Netflix. It's called Walt, the Man Behind the Myth. So it came out, I think, in 2016, but it's narrated by Dick Van Dyke, and it goes into Walt's whole life story, and it was really interesting. I feel like I knew a lot of it, but I still found it really interesting. It's one of the more well done, documentary ones that I've watched. There was another one that was on Netflix that was really bad, but it wasn't, it was a different style, but I just didn't like it. But I definitely did learn some stuff, and it really made me want to go to the Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco. But I enjoyed it, and it made me cry just because I'm very, it's really emotional to think of kind of like if Walt had lived a little bit more, or if technology had progressed faster, like how long he would have lived. But like I was saying, it just is kind of hard to think of like what Disney would be like if Walt lived longer. And just it's sad that he never saw Walt Disney World finished, which is really sad to think about. But it was a really good movie, and it talked to a lot of people that I haven't, like a lot of Imagineers, and like Dick Van Dyke and his family too, which was really interesting. But I would definitely recommend it if you are a Disney fan. Next is a book. It's called The Perfect Stranger by Miranda. If you missed it, I did a post of all of the books that I read in 2018, which this was on it, so I'll link that for you below. But it was really good. It was about this girl who moves to this small town with her friend, and her friend goes missing, and then they're like asking her questions, and she's like, well, I don't really know. And it's like, well, how well do you know this person? But it just kind of like, I was reading it and I was just like, where's this going? I don't know where this is going. And then it just kind of kept like twisting and turning, and I really enjoyed it. Next is some music. So Ethan and I have a Sonos speaker in our room. I'm pointing to it. But we have gotten into the routine of falling asleep to music. So in the month of December, we listened to the Christmas peaceful piano playlist on Spotify, which was just really nice to fall asleep to, and like with some Christmas music. But it was subtle and not like too over the top, like it was all instrumental, but it was really nice. I think that is the same one that Blair Lamb mentioned in one of her vlogs a while ago. I watched her. But that kind of like made me think of it, and so I'm not sure, 100% sure if it's the same one, but I meant it to be the same one. I'm just not sure if I selected the wrong one, but we definitely enjoyed that. And then last in entertainment, I feel like this entertainment is all over the place, is an app on my phone. So it is a solitaire app. It's called Solibon. Solebon, and it has a bunch of solitaire games. So the two that I play is Colorado and then Accordion. So the one that I've been obsessed with is Accordion, and it's basically a deck of cards all fanned out, and you have to try and move the cards so that they all go into one stack. So you can match cards of the same suit and of the same number on each other, but you can't match like 3 over, like you can match to the one next, or skipping one and then the next one. Like there's only so many ways you can match it, but you have to like plan out. And I was just like, first I started playing it without like reading rules or anything, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I like got it and couldn't win, and then I've won a few times now, but it was definitely addicting in the month of December. Next is the beauty category. So first is this new hairspray that I've been using since I finished my last one up. It is the Pantene Pro V Air Spray. So this is extra strong hold. This is day like 3 hair, I think. So my curls have definitely come out and I brushed them out today. But it is a really nice hairspray. I feel like it has a nice hold to it. I do find that it's kind of like sticky right as soon as I spray it, so I generally like comb out my waves and then spray my hair and just kind of pull it apart with my fingers. But it really softens as the day goes, like within a few hours. Like I feel like if you went like this right after you sprayed it, you wouldn't be able to get your fingers out. But just like really lightly going through it, and then hours later it does soften that you can pull your fingers through it. But I find you have to use a lot less, which is really nice because I don't like the idea of how much hairspray I'm ingesting when I'm like, shh. So this I kind of just do like spritzes and it's generally good to go. And it was on sale for like $3 or something at the drugstore, but I would definitely recommend it. And then next is this highlighter that I've been using. I bought the, with my Sephora points, I got a Laura Mercier, like little kit thing. So this is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder and Highlight 01 by Laura Mercier, but I just kind of like rub with my finger, rub it on my cheekbones, and a little bit under my eyebrows, but I just find it adds a nice glow without being too much. But I've just kind of enjoyed being a bit more complex with my day-to-day makeup. I feel a bit fancier, but it just adds a nice glow. Next in clothing, I don't have anything to hold up for you, but I will show you pictures. So first is the set of pajamas that I got for Ethan and I for Christmas. This was his like one present. The rest was camera lenses that he bought before we went on our honeymoon. Yeah, I was like, can we get matching pajamas? And he was like, yeah, sure. And so I tried to pick ones that were kind of tame, but I think our family thought otherwise. But I'll put in a picture from Christmas morning of us in our pajamas. They were actually really comfortable. I think his are like cooler than mine. They have a drawstring and they have pockets, whereas mine don't. But mine have like the cuffs around the ankles, whereas his don't. But they're really comfortable and like they weren't too hot for me to sleep in. I was just really comfortable, but I really like them, and they are from the Etsy shop The Littlest Prince. But I will have everything linked in the coordinating blog post, and the coordinating blog post you can find below. And then next is my new winter jacket. So I got this from National Sports. I think it was over Black Friday, so I saved about $100. It was the Columbia Women's Grandeur Peak Jacket in India ink. So I'll put a picture of it in. But it is so, like, it's very thin, but really warm. Like, you wouldn't think that it would be as warm as it is. And then it's all, like, fleecy right by the wrist. So it keeps, like, my wrists warm. And then in the hood and, like, in the front, like, when you zip it up at this part here at the neck. But it's really nice, and I really like the color. It looks kind of gray, but then in different lights it looks like a different shade of blue. But I'm really happy. I felt like I wanted more of an adult winter jacket, because the one that I had previously I had for about 5 years and it was falling apart, but it was Firefly. So this one's Columbia, and I am definitely happy with it. And it's longer too, so it covers my bum, which, like, I'm short, but I like it. I'll put a picture of me in it too. I'll remember to take that. Next category is food, and I generally bake a lot in December, being someone who bakes, but my family normally has a Christmas party, and so I'm in charge of desserts, and I generally go crazy. So this year I made a bunch of things, but one recipe that I wanted to share was for Toblerone shortbread. So that was Ethan's request, but it was really good. It was like chopped up Toblerone, so there is sometimes the kinds where it's just like the shortbread and the triangle of Toblerone in the middle, but this was nice because you got a lot more of the flavor without having to eat like the whole piece. So it was from Salt and Serenity, and I will have the recipe linked in the coordinating blog post, but it was really good. I would say like make a double batch because it doesn't make a ton and they went very quickly, but they were really good. and they were like fluffy and melt in your mouth, but still like with a little bit of crunch from the Toblerone, but I would definitely recommend them. And then lastly, in the category of priceless, I have to say that it is priceless to have a happy and healthy family. So if you don't watch my weekend vlogs, my sister, so if you are new here, my sister has cerebral palsy and is in a wheelchair. So she has a pump that administers a medicine for spasticity called baclofen. So it's like a baclofen pump. It dispenses it directly to her spinal column to relax her without affecting her. The same medicine orally makes her drowsy and sleepy and stuff like that. So she has had this pump for 12 years and has had to have it replaced twice because they only last so long. But the week before Christmas, the alarm started going off on the pump and basically it malfunctioned and she had to have emergency surgery. So she's had to have a lot of surgeries in her life, but never an emergency one. So I am very grateful that she is fine, and that it was able to be dealt with quickly and efficiently, and that it was fine. Just kind of made Christmas a little bit more, like I was just a little bit more thankful to have everyone home and to all be together and for her to be okay. So yeah, without going into like, it was unexpected and it was unfortunate, but luckily it's fixed. So I am grateful for that. And I think that's it for my favorites from the month of December. Let me know what you guys enjoyed during December in the comments below. I hope you guys had a great holiday season, and I hope your 2019 is off to a great start. Thank you so much for watching. Like I mentioned, everything will be linked in the coordinating blog post, and I will have a link to that blog post down below. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.